You are watching Q2Cast TV.
Welcome to this pop-up video. We're live. Yes, that's right. We're live. Man Cafe is closed for the rest of the summer, but we are bringing you this little improv box office sort of breakdown for the next couple of weeks through the summer, the rest of the summer on there. And joining me is the pop-up snob himself, Sci-Fi Snob.
Hello, everyone. Stay snobby.
Yes, that's right. Stay snobby. A couple things to get off the bat before we get into it. Of course, obviously, we know of the passing away of Hayden Panettiere situation on there. I do have to mention, those of you out there watching, let the autopsy be done. Let it take time to sink in, because I know there's so many, conspiracy theories out there and things that to that point. Let the autopsy do when we find out the truth to the situation on there. Yes, I know it's curious. She just put out a book about Hollywood. Yeah, but there was also her brother had passed away with basically a bad ticker. So just let's let it go and see what the truth is on that. Your thoughts on that,
Conspiracy theories. Yeah, the conspiracy theories have been flying pretty fast and furious right off the bat. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. Hang on one second. Let me just.
No, I mean, I agree with you. We gotta. We don't know. We gotta wait and see. I mean, who knows, right?
Who knows? Yeah, who knows what to that point. Hold on, I had something here. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Also, we're working on a story for Man with the show Summer Edition. PBS station has lost 50 terabytes of programming archives on there, spanning 70 years of television history, because they left it in the cloud instead of spending about $1,000 for a NAS system, which they could have handled in-house. When you go cheap on things, this is what happens to that point on there. Also,
can't trust the cloud, man.
You can't trust the cloud all the time, especially when the company that runs the cloud goes out of business. That's the problem. Also, just as we feared, Crunchyroll has started to gut their online store. Yeah, they bought a company, their online anime company, to sell merchandise, but now they're gutting everything, which is ridiculous. See, this is the situation with Sony. Sony is taking away physical media from gaming, and now they're going after the anime. This has been a situation. This is why Crunchyroll should not have been merged with Sony. This is why the companies, the selling companies that sell anime toys and stuff like that and movies, shouldn't have been merged in there. There should have been some sort of investigation prior to this. So much that they put into the Paramount situation, they did nothing for the Sony. Because it's become literally a takeover in the Western part for anime itself. So let's get into the numbers. To the point.
Yeah, buy physical media.
Yeah, buy physical media, exactly, especially anime.
Books, DVDs, Blu-ray, whatever.
And pay attention to them, because some of them out there, like stuff from Shout, has been edited as of late. And we're talking like a one line. What was it? Pleasantville. There was a movie called Pleasantville. They erased one of the most important lines in the movie at the end. The one line, they got rid of it. Why did they get rid of it? It was a really stupid reason to get rid of something that was very important on there. So pay attention to what you're getting. If you have the Blu-ray version, just match it up. If it doesn't match up, just return it and complain. Absolutely. So starting off with the box office results, obviously Spider-Man Brand New Day has done another 71 million in the box office. Let me see, I have the right portion up. Yes. For over the weekend on there, which brings them to about 2 billion 30 on there. Behind it is the Odyssey at was it 23 million. on there, bringing their total to actually with Monday's receipts, they're about billion three right now on there. End of Oak Street, and here's the surprise. Here's the surprise. Odyssey, End of Oak Street, Paw Patrol were all within just scarce of each other to that point. End of Oak Street did 21, Paw Patrol did 20. Let's see the overseas numbers on Oak Street. That was another 26. They're at 4. They're getting almost 50 million worldwide for Oak Street. Paw Patrol was the big surprise. Paw Patrol is at worldwide is with the 20 million box office from the weekend. Now it's at 21. It's at 70 million worldwide.
Wow.
70 million.
And foreigners really like Paw Patrol.
They like, 48 million just overseas.
I'm surprised because I thought it's mainly more of an American property.
Yeah. And I'm
very familiar with Paw Patrol. My kids loved it growing up. We've been cleaning the place, the dugout up, and we've been look at all these Paw Patrol things. We got to get rid of these because the kids are old now. But it was pretty popular franchise. But I didn't think it would do that good overseas. Wow.
Yeah, and another, I think this is a music, sort of music concert movie or something. Cat's Eye, Wild Hearts. I'm not sure what that is. Did about 4 million total right now. I mean, it hits number 5, which did about 4 million. Overseas, it didn't do well itself. It barely scratched overseas at about 500,000 overseas on that.
Yeah, it's you got it right. It's the the setbacks, the highs, setbacks, sacrifices, and breakthrough moments that transformed Cat's Eye on their path to global pop stardom. Never.
Yeah, and then the number 6 movie, if you want to say, it's another one. It's another music live 6, which did only 3 million. It's like barely scrapped, just below Cat's Eye. So you had like a fight for the number 5 position there, and then meanwhile, like you said, number 2, number 3, and number 4, you had a fight for that number 2 position overall on there.
Yep.
Here's what came out today, and here, I got to bring this up, and I forgot to put it on the online. There was an article that came out today. Where are we here? From the Wrap, that basically Tom Holland, because it's hit this much, he's expected to get $100 million payout.
Good for him. Awesome.
$100 million payout.
So we gotta, hit 2 billion and then get, like 5%.
His base salary was $20 million up front,
Well,
which was an increase from $10 million from his last gig.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And yeah, he's potential to earn up to $10 million. That must have been the back house profit from that. Because you notice a lot of the main actors are getting freaking these, they're getting these Nolan backhouse deals. I mean, this goes all the way back to Nicholson and Batman in the Batman movie, where he took a 10% chunk of the royalties from the gear from the merch right. Sales.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Alec Guinness got a piece of Star Wars, and he said, it ended up making him a way more money than actual acting did, and it provided a nice little cushion for the rest of his life. I think he said in an interview after, years later, he's like, "Yeah, that helped me out. I got money from that I still get money from that."
Well, here's the salary level for Holland from movie to movie. His appearance in Civil War netted him about $250,000. Spider-Man: Homecoming, he made $500,000 from that. Spider-Man: Far From Home, $4 million. No Way Home, $10 million. and then it's like 20 to 25 million for Brand New Day on top of what he's going to make back of the house.
Well, good for him. Good
Yeah,
for him.
I mean,
That's
what a
nice.
major difference between 2016, 10 years. That's 10 years right there.
Yeah, but that's 10 years, and the movies keep doing well. I mean, look, Robert Downey Jr. got $500,000 for Iron Man 1, and then now he's rumored to be getting $50 million for Doomsday and $50 million for Secret Wars. So
Yeah.
it's not.
Does he have a back house deal too?
Him, I don't know. I mean, these are all these are rumors. This isn't even confirmed. This $50 million, but that's what's been talked about. $100 million total, $50 million for each movie or something. But it's kind of the rumor mill. It sounds reasonable, but who knows?
Well,
I assume he gets some back end too, but I would.
Oh yeah.
Who knows how much?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm curious what everybody else was making. Thor and the rest of them are making on that movie itself. Patrick Stewart, and they had to be making a good number because we were talking separately outside of this that
salaries for that movie.
Doomsday's got to make $2 billion at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I mean, if Robert Downey Jr. is making $50 million, you got to think that Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth are making at least $20 million each. At least, like somewhere in that area, they are. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was more 2025. But and then you've got. I mean, Tom Holland, is he supposed to be? I don't think he's in this movie.
I'm not certain if he's going to be. Supposedly there is a Spider-Man in Doomsday, but I don't think it's going to be Tom Holland.
Well, yeah, I mean the rumor is that what's his name is going to get killed off at the beginning.
Yeah, that it's the original.
But
yeah,
you got to think that he's. I mean, I think that Stewart and McClellan's part in Doomsday is going to be very small, but they're guys that command in those type of $20 million generally. Maybe it's cut down because they only have a day or two of shooting. But usually the way Hollywood works is you show up for a day or you show up for 100 days, and you kind of get the same amount of pay once you're a setup actor, unless you're unless it's you're specifically doing a very small part, right? Don't they have like a base salary you always get sort of thing because of how popular you are and famous?
Yeah, but I know a lot of these actors, their agents are pushing for like a back house deal. That this is happening. That you're hearing a lot of this. Like with the Odyssey, you're hearing Nolan's getting 20-25% of the back of the house situation. So they have to do the $2 billion mark, just to clean up, to that point. But what's still in the box office? I just scrolled down. Supergirl is still in the box office. Only 38.
Crazy.
Yeah, 38 theaters. They only did $66,000, and it hasn't made a dent of the $126 million that they still in the box office.
That's got to be some small theaters in like
it's got to be like the $2 theater in Florida or something like that.
Yeah, Nowheresville, USA type of thing, and they're like
down by Jeff.
They couldn't get
down
any
by
other.
Jeff,
They can't get any other movie, because there's such a small town. So they're like, well, we'll give you a Supergirl. Like, all right, well, I guess we take that. It's that or nothing. Maybe we'll make some money. But yeah, what is it? I mean, well, $1,750 per theater. That's still not. I mean, that's better than some stuff.
Well, 72 million in the U.S. alone. That is just disgusting. I mean, what did this movie cost to make? About 200 million.
The rumor is at least 175, but a more credible was one they upped it a little 189 or something with reshoots and
then plus advertisement on top of that.
And then lately Hollywood's been lying about that stuff. They've been underrepresenting these.
That's why I overestimate by about 50 million. I toss on another 50 million.
Yeah, you say 175.
They say 200. When I say when they say, "Oh yeah, it's about 200 million now," throw another 50 million in there, guaranteed that's where it's more close. It's more closer.
Whatever
to that.
number they give is guaranteed. That is the floor. It's
Yeah.
not lower than that. It's going to
No.
be higher. You know,
No,
it's
that's
going
the
to be some
minimum.
amount higher. Minimum,
Yeah.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's the minimum. It may even be higher, and they're not going to. We're not going to know for at least probably another 6 more months. You know,
Yeah.
when they
It's
finally kill it
easy,
off.
a lot easier for the UK movies because they have to put the information out. So if there's any shooting done in the UK, which a lot of them are doing more shooting in the UK now, so that has to be put out. So we find out 6 months to a year later. We find out the real because they got to do a tax return and it's public. So we actually find out how much. That's how we found out how much Superman was costing and stuff. I think
Right.
because they they had to put it out and that's like, oh, they lied. It was a lot. It was significantly more than they said.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people are saying that because it's been over and over again.
Yeah. Then Moana over here is about just scraping 300 million in the box office. Did better overseas than it did in the U.S.
Yeah, 124 in the U.S.
Yeah, 124, 168 overseas, but still, that is awful for that movie for how much they put.
How much did they spend on that one?
About similar to Supergirl.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see the need.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do a live action Moana? The anime is very good. Why not just release that again and save yourself some? I don't know.
That's what I said. They have. Oh, excuse me. They have an entire. Vault full of. I mean, this is. I forgot which anniversary this is. Fox and the Hound is celebrating anniversary. I know they're going to put that on a Blu-ray, update on there. They probably get a theatrical release, and they'll probably try to do a sort of 3D live action type movie on that.
Yeah. Disney's crazy. All they would have to do is they've got so many of these classic movies that people have seen. They could just put them in for like a limited run in theater every 4 weeks or something, or whatever they want to do. And maybe they clean it up a little bit, reformat whatever they want to do to make it a little crisper and cleaner and clean up the sound and stuff. But you could, instead of spending the money they spent on Cinderella to redo that with Rachel Zegler that bombed, they could have just taken the original, cleaned it up a little bit, put it back in theaters. People would have flocked to see it because it's the original. All these people my age would be like taking their kids and going, "You're going to see the real," and just do that, and they'd make a fortune and it would cost a fraction of what they're spending to redo the movie. It's crazy. They got a huge vault too.
Yeah, no, it's a gigantic. And it's not only from because you got the Disney brand, you got Lake Buena Vista Productions, and you got Touchstone and one other company in there.
They could just do it with their old animation, and they'd have, it'd be a license to print money. Just those things. Never mind all the other stuff.
I mean, the other day I'm flipping through Tubi, and I see one of the old Touchstone movies, Tough Guys. That was a movie they released with Kirk Douglas and Burt Lancaster and Eli Wallach.
Yeah.
About two guys, two bank robbers, getting out of jail, trying to survive in a present day, like a 1980s aspect.
Yeah.
They're trying to survive, and then they decide to go rob a train.
Yeah.
And that's under the Disney logo, which under their Touchstone brand. Same thing like what is it? A great film with Danny DeVito and Bette Midler, Ruthless People. Fantastic, great comedy. And it's R-rated, but still for a Disney film, it was a really good film. I mean, when I used to manage a video store, we used to play that every Saturday afternoon. It's into prime time in the store, like around 7-8 o'clock, and it grabbed people. And people that didn't hear about the movie, they're like, "What's this movie?" And like, "Oh, it's Ruthless People. You want to rent it?"
Yeah, it's just the theater. This was years ago, but the theater around our place used to do like Saturday morning, Sunday morning matinees, and it used to be meant for kids. They'd put some sort of put it like you put an old Disney movie on, and you make you turn down. It's like for babies and stuff too. So you turn down the you turn down the volume of the thing so it's not so hard on little kids' ears and stuff. And mom in your stroller, you're supposed to come in there and hang around, watch the movie, talk with your friends. The kids sit in the seats, and it's very relaxed. It's just a little bit of extra cash. So I don't think they do that anymore. But
No, they don't.
why
Actually,
not?
in my way, back when I was a
Half.
kid, when
Yeah.
I was a kid, they used to have the Christmas theater thing, which basically they said, yeah,
Same
you can
type of
buy
thing.
tickets on here. It was next to nothing. And
Cheap tickets.
And you get to see a couple of cartoon movies, there's like some cartoons on there. And then when you leave the place, Santa Claus is there and he gives you a gift.
Yeah.
They give you like a cheap toy, type, and they're giving every kid that show up, they gave them a toy on there. On that.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, I mean, everybody, people in the chat are same thing I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Depot. I didn't even notice Depot was in there. Sorry,
It would
Depot.
be cheaper too.
Yeah,
cheaper too.
Yep.
What the
Disney
hell?
doesn't have the thing that called Logic to release their films from the vault into theaters. Cubert says, see the real Cinderella and not the weird version. Yeah, but that's
crazy.
true because Disney sort of we talked about this before. Disney sort of because we were talking about Dark Crystal the other night. And Disney just had taken these stories, Cinderella, Pinocchio, and all that, changed them from a dark story, which had dark endings, to a happy joy type situation.
No, it's just crazy. They could just re-release those things. People would pay to see them because they haven't been in theaters for so long, and people would take their kids to see it, make it an event, and be like, and especially if you drop the prices a bit, that would be even more. You'd probably get a lot of people in there.
Oh yeah,
just like you know what? Even though the kids have seen Cinderella already or whatever it was, you could even focus on some of the lesser known Disney properties that aren't as big. Like you mentioned, The Fox and the Hound, not 101 Dalmatians because that had a live action, but anything that hasn't had a live action, you could pull that up and put it back in. Even some of the more recent ones like Frozen, which people love.
Well, they're pushing. Speaking of 101 Dalmatians, D23, they had Glenn Close back in dressed, as Cruella de Vil because they're promoting Villain's Land in freaking Disney. Supposedly there's going to be like a 101 Dalmatians ride, supposedly.
Well, maybe, you know what? I could be wrong. Maybe I would think I would stick away from anything that's been remade, but maybe there would be a big, push to see the original 101 Dalmatians. I love that movie. It's a great movie. The animated version, Lady and the Tramp, tons of them. You can just.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, there's tons of films out there from multiple studios that belong to Disney, even the Fox stuff that's out there. I mean, we have in New York, we have the Angelica, we have the IFC, and there's like two other theaters that we have that, the Angelica shows a lot of the new independent films, but once in a while they'll have like something like a classic on there. IFC will throw same thing, but they also will throw up some classics. The other two theaters, like for example, the one it's on 2nd Avenue, they have Rocky Horror Picture Show on the weekends, on Friday and Saturday at midnight. On once in a while, they'll switch it up and they'll play the Jimmy Cliff, the Harder They Fall, on there, which was also another midnight, big midnight film back in the day. To that point, and then they've had Aliens play there, and many other regular, really good films, old classic films, and people flock to go see it. I mean, it's not a sellout, but it's a good amount of people going to go see it.
Yeah, who knows? I
know it's on that. Oh, here's the other one that we were talking about. We kind of almost like started joking with it on there. The Girl Scout movie.
Yes. Oh, I hope it.
No, it literally bombed out in the box office. 558. I have to look up what they cost on that. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think the costs were
Let me see what the cost was on
Well,
that.
that was very high, but maybe the that's a thing that could do well in DVD or something on
Mhm. Well, no, it probably will do good on like
Netflix or
yeah.
Disney or whatever whatever streaming service people watch it with their kids. Maybe.
Oh, that's why. Okay, they haven't released the what it cost, but I didn't realize who the executive producers behind this.
Right? Who are they?
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
Oh, is that what? Well, is this one of their things that they're?
Yeah, it's under the Arkwell production banner. I didn't realize that was their company. Holy
Yeah,
crap!
but surely people are not. People are like, I'm not going to see that because I hate those two. I mean,
Well, what it is, it didn't get commercials, but it did get a press tour. Because I saw at least several different outlets throughout the country was promoting it on their Sunday shows.
Well, I think anybody wants. They're kind of, you get Harry on there. People still like him.
Yeah. The other one, which
women would watch those shows if he was on it, right? Like,
right.
I think those morning shows are, mainly women. Yeah.
Yeah. Surprisingly, those. Oh God, the Gillian Anderson horror film did horrible.
Oh, really?
$1.6 million. Internationally, they only did 364,000. There was a teenage sex and death at Camp Miyamaza. Some people said it was okay. It was not the greatest horror film in the world. They said it was okay. Something different.
Yeah, but not quite. Didn't catch on for whatever reason. Sometimes, yeah.
And see, here's the thing. We were talking about putting out classics. Train to Busan had a release over the weekend also. I guess it has a short run and did up $310,000. It's not bad for, considering that 388 theaters, $800 a theater.
Is that a re-release? Is that just
that's a re-release? That's a re-release from Korea.
Yeah. So it didn't cost them anything, and they made 300
money. Well, they're promoting
right?
that. Yeah, they're promoting that they have another movie. The director has another horror film, another zombie flick coming out very soon on there. So it's. I think it's a sequel. I think it's a sequel on there. That he should be. It should be coming out in the next couple of months. On there.
Yeah. All right. So Spider-Man, Brand New Day, only a 51% drop. I think that is quite low.
Yeah, it is.
Of a drop. Like normally these superhero movies have a sort of a, 60s to 70 drop because they're kind of front, these superhero movies are usually front loaded, eh? Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to see them all and then it rapidly drops off. So the fact that it's only dropped 51% from last weekend seems to be it's got some legs, eh?
Yep. Hello, Gap After Dark. Welcome on there. And Kuber says The Three Lives of Thomasea, 1963, was another decent old-fashioned kids movie from Disney. Yeah, I remember Thomasea. Yeah.
I don't think I ever heard of that one.
Yeah, that. God, that was before I was born, but I know that they were showing it on cable, for a bit on there. But yeah, 51% drop. And considering that they just came out of IMAX because they got replaced in IMAX by the end of Oak Street.
Spider-Man, yeah, they only got the Oak Street one is getting from the big names.
I didn't even know it was the J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, that's getting horrible reviews from the bigwig pop culture YouTube types getting horrible.
Oh yeah, it's like 1980s garbage. And an adult being a pizza man. I mean,
yeah, it's basically girl power and
yeah, it's like
Ewan McGregor doesn't he's like going through the motions and he's cucked in the movie and but he's not even It's like he's not even trying, eh? For his acting, they suggest his acting was not good.
And she's got another movie coming out soon too.
Ooh,
Anne Hathaway.
Hathaway.
Considering she's pregnant, she's
Yeah.
ready. She's ready to pop. Because
Yeah.
if you saw her at the premiere, oh my god,
Yeah,
she was wearing this crazy top outfit that was sort of like a long capey, and she was wearing a pair of jeans, and her belly was like sticking out over the jeans.
I know this is a big thing there. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong or shameful about being pregnant, but it's like they're like,
No,
"Look
there's
at
nothing
me."
wrong with it, but that I would pair
You
of
have to-
jeans for a pregnant woman. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sure they were cut out, but it's cut out to show, like she's proud of it, big time. That.
Oh no, it's okay if she wants to show her stomach. I have no problem with that. But wear something. You could find something really nice to wear for an event like that would fit you nicely and have your belly out and everything like that.
Well, why
But
not
not a pair of jeans?
Why not a nice flowing dress? You don't have to.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
have to show your stomach for what. I mean, I'm not saying you don't have to wear it. There's something shameful about it, but just wear a nice dress, like something flowing, and everyone can tell you're pregnant. You don't need to.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you, did she write in lipstick "baby" in here or something? Like, come on.
Yeah, baby on board.
Yeah. We know. Come on.
Baby on board.
Hollywood, though, what do you expect?
Yeah. And I heard the end of Oak Street ends horribly with some time travel bullshit.
Yeah, they go. Yeah, so they go back in time and they make phone calls and sort of prevent things from happening. But Ewan McGregor still dies, gets eaten by a dinosaur.
Yeah, because there's an Outer Limits episode of the newer Outer Limits. Excuse me, that has similar plot line, but the difference is they're not taken back in time, they're taken to another planet.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like a Twilight Zone episode or something, but a Twilight Zone episode would be better.
Oh, yeah.
The suggestion was this should have been a streaming movie, made for TV type thing. It wasn't.
Yeah. Then of course,
who knows? I haven't seen it. It's funny because I was thought about seeing it because it fits in the sci-fi genre and stuff, but barely sort of thing. I mean, it doesn't. It's kind of on the edges.
You might as well go see PAW Patrol.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's. I think I'm glad I avoided it.
Mm. And then of course they released Brink of War, which also the money hasn't been what it costs to make hasn't been released either. This is from Angel Studios. They barely scraped about $3 million on there, which I thought that this was a horrible. Other than J.K. Simmons, I thought Jeff Daniels and Jared Harris playing those roles. It's like it'd be one's playing Reagan, the other one's playing Gorbachev. I thought they were horrible freaking choices.
Yeah,
especially Jeff Daniels as Reagan. Hey, a lot of other actors that could play, better looking, more closer to Reagan. I mean, Jeff is a great actor. He's a fantastic actor, but he may have taken this for just for a paycheck.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta make money. Angel Studios has been kind of not great.
No, they haven't.
Misses.
I mean, there is an action movie that's coming out. I think was it with Clive Owen? I think it was it. No, not with Clive Owen. I'm trying to remember the action film that's coming out. That looks good. I think it's for September. Hang on one second. Let me just look it up. Angel Studio.
We'll have to see. They seem, like I said, they've been a lot of misses.
Yeah.
They did Animal Farm, I believe.
Oh yeah,
that was horrible.
Oh yeah.
So who knows? I'm not sure what they're thinking. They're supposed to be, but who knows what's up?
Yeah. Hang on one second.
I'm surprised the Odyssey is still sticking around, still doing as well as it is. Still number 2. We thought it would get beaten, close to getting beaten, but didn't quite. It didn't drop from the number 2 spot, but big difference. Spider-Man at 70, and then these at 23, 21, and 20. So he could drop. I don't know. I wouldn't think the end of Oak Street would. Just while we're waiting for Q to come back, I wouldn't think the end of Oak Street would do better next weekend because I think it's been a lot of negative buzz. Paw Patrol might jump up a space or two because it's a kids movie, and if you've already seen Toy Story 5 and Minions and Monsters, because Toy Story 5 has been out for 60 days, and Minions and Monsters 47. So it might be like, oh, we got to, the only other kids movie is this Paw Patrol. And I get it. It's fairly popular, property. So maybe, maybe that's
looking into
number 2.
Let's see, next week. Hang on one second here.
Oh, Q's going to find out some movies coming out that's really going to be really big and it's going to break my prediction.
Right. Let's see. Movies released this week.
I can only vamp for so much.
Yes, I know. We're almost done.
Just give me the stretch sign. Stretch. Yeah. So yeah, I would predict.
Oh yeah, the Jason Statham is coming out this week. The Mutiny,
another action,
and Insidious, the latest Insidious movie.
Those aren't really for kids, right?
No.
Paw Patrol might move up.
The Magic Faraway Tree, and the Rivals of the Amazon King. I think. No. I'm sorry.
That's
no,
Paw Patrol. Come on,
that's not a kids one. I'm sorry.
Those aren't Paw Patrol.
No, that's not Paw Patrol.
Like I said, it's a pretty big property.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all for tonight. I said we were coming in quick. Just to let you know, Dean will not be airing tonight. It's been delayed. Dean's got a cold, so but be sure to log into his on there. Do check out his on there. Also, Bad News Bards on Sunday. Might be just. In fact, I don't even think it's Jeff. Jeff's going away, right?
Jeff is going away. He's not going to be on the show tomorrow, even.
Yeah,
he's off.
So he's going to be away. So I think Dean was supposed to take over. Hopefully he's well for that. Hopefully Cam is back because he has some issues on there. Also, Outpost Nerd. He had a stream last night. Go check it out. It was pretty good on there. He had a guest on there as well. Live from the bunker. I believe he's doing another show tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern on there. He did some things today. He did a D23 show also. So do check it out. Wednesday, of course, Babylon 5, Season 4, Episode 12, Conflict of Interest. It's going to be a lot of fun on there, depending on who's available to that one at the point.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, on there.
At least we get to see Londo and Jakar back.
Yep, Londo and Jakar back on this one. On there, it's a good episode on there. It's a Garibaldi episode and Ivanova episode. It's a Kubert says I think the oddity has much too much shot and it's wad. It's wad.
Yeah. So maybe I think the Odyssey is surviving only on the IMAX stuff. That's primarily what's keeping it so high.
Yeah. So we'll be back in next week, 4 p.m. hopefully to the point. So do check it out. Also check out Man with the Show this week. We got two videos showing up about Wednesday, Thursday-ish on there. Thank you for all tuning in for this quick one. We will see you on the next one. Man Cafe returns the fall with all of our cast members on their back, hopefully well tanned, well vacationed to that point. So until next time, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you.
Stay zombie.